This Elden Ring playthrough you're about to see is going to highlight a Dexterity Katana build. I'm going to showcase not only how to properly route for this build, but also how to optimize it too. From just starting off the game with the Samurai class and then going to eventually make this build right here. Uses a Nagakiba with double slash and blood flame blade, as well as having an offhanded smith script dagger with stormblade. The gameplay loop is pretty much going to consist of primarily using double slash skill, which is one of the best DPS based skills in the entire game, and it is best paired with a dexterity build with that blood flame blade spell, and this can even beat out having an arcane occult based build. And if we do stack up on all the multi-hit based buffs, Shard of Alexander, Lord of Blood Exaltation, this build can be a complete monster. Now the purpose of having an offhanded smith script dagger is so we do have a way to stay in the fight even at a distance. Some enemies like to stall out and keep attacking, so we can just sit a bit further back and then click the L1 button over and over to just do some nice chip damage, stop enemies from regenerating their poise, and also help contribute to build up the multi-hit buffs. Because these buffs do lose out over time if you're not constantly attacking. The only downside of using the smith script dagger here is that it involves you having to one-hand your weapon, but with a katana, I do believe it's actually best one-handed anyway, because it actually is faster than having it two-handed, and also power stancing or dual-wielding katana movesets are just not really that good in this game. Now, I do also have the smith script dagger infused with stormblade, which is a very nice damaging projectile attack that scales off dexterity, and this is just nice to have if you just want to switch to a higher damaging projectile. If you wanted to like pick enemies off at a distance if you're in like a dungeon or legacy dungeon, or even if you're just fighting enemies that are really resist to piercing damage and slashing damage, being that this skill does standard damage. Now, one of the weaknesses of double slash is that it doesn't really stun lock enemies as well like knights or omens. So in that instance, you could use something like repeating thrust or blood tax. But when you are using the Nagakiba, the tap R2s or the uncharged heavy attacks do basically just as well. They come out really fast and they can easily stun lock them. So with its heavy attack and its range, it just makes the Nagakiba be one of the best, if not the best dexterity weapon in the game. Now, outside of things like double slash, there is another Ash of War that is arguably better, and that is Unsheath, which is actually an Ash of War exclusive to the katanas, and this skill is super fast and does very high stance damage. Now, the reason why it's not going to be at the forefront of this build is that it's not going to be that good at proccing bleed, which is one of the best status effects in the game. So when it does come to killing enemies quickly, double slash and blood flame blade is going to be best, but there are going to be some enemies where it's just not going to do that well. And you'd rather have something like Unsheath. Like if you're going to be fighting some enemies that are immune to bleed or have a really little poise, something like Unsheath can just completely cheese them instead. So that's why we do also have an uchigatana leveled up with the Unsheath based skill, and we just switch back and forth depending on the situation and the circumstance. But being that you are going to be spamming Unsheath, some of the talismans you might want to switch up, like the Winged Sword Insignia or the Lord of Blood Exaltation Talisman, these might not do as well with the Unsheath-based playstyle, and you would instead want to use something like the Blade of Mercy, potentially the Dagger Talisman, or even the Turtle Talisman. Especially the Blade of Mercy, because with this build we also do have a lightning-infused misericord in our back pocket. The reason why it's lightning infused is because it does give you the most amount of AR, and normally split damage isn't going to be that good, but when it does come to critical attacks, it does actually bypass flat defenses, so split damage is not a downside at all here. And the Misericord is just the highest damaging crit weapon in the entire game, so it just makes for a very nice gameplay loop for those particular enemies too. Now in terms of other buffs to use, the White Mask is very good. It gives you 10% more damage when proccing bleed on a nearby enemy. I'm not going to use it in this playthrough because I think it looks stupid, but just like every other build, Golden Vow, Ash of War, Flame get me strength, and I am mainly going to be using the green burst tier as well for more stamina recovery speed. But this video is going to cover all of those things in a nice walkthrough format. It is going to be edited down a bit as well, but if you do want to see the entire unedited version, if you think that this video is a bit too hard to keep up with, I will just have that linked down below, or you can just go check it out on my second channel as well. Anyway, enjoy the run. Golden Seed starts off with Samurai. Nothing else I would need, right? Nah, Golden Seed is great. So what are we going to be doing first? Okay, being that this is actually a build walkthrough guide thingy, I actually am going to be picking up some maps. We'll go hand in the flask. We'll go pick up the maps. Go pick up the whetstone knife. We might just do some like this simple preparation stuff. Yui actually picking up maps never happens. Need this bad boy to infuse our weapons on the go. We're not going to really be infusing anything right now, at least. Probably in a little bit. Because we're just going to leave a standard infusion, because that's going to be best for early game. No real need to go into like a dexterity infusion right now, because it lowers your base damage, and we'd rather just have the more damage right now. The more base damage. This is going to be better for early game, which standard infusion gives you. So even though we are going to get the dexterity or the unsheath Ash of War, we're not going to actually use it until we get to a decent level at least. We don't actually need that, but just pick it up because we're there. Hop. We're probably not going to use any Somber Weapon this entire playthrough. Now that I'm thinking about it. We'll go up here to get a gold pickled Foulfoot. So we can pop it on a boss that gives us a lot of money, so we can get even more money. I think it's like 30% or something. Not that bad. Go on, Toby. A live Yui guide. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so the reason why I was saying you don't necessarily need to start off with this class is because you can get an uchigatana like at the beginning in the game anyway. You can just run to the Death Touch Catacombs. That is the Unsheath Ash of War, which we definitely do need for the playthrough. Because we're going to be using a mixture of Double Slash and Unsheath, depending on which boss that we end up fighting. Even though the weapon already comes with Unsheath, for the sake of being able to infuse it into Dexterity, we grab Unsheath. Not going to bother. We're just going to go head down here, just do some more preparation stuff. There's basic prep things, picking up some Sacred Tears, Golden Seeds. What's going on, Coffins? A Stone Sword Key. Both Fight Storm Assault and the Dragon Bolt neither work with the weapon, yeah. I mean, like, it's because his weapon was before the Frenzied Flame thing happened. So, like, it's like when you fight to Godfrey, how his weapon's not broken, but when you fight Godfrey, the weapon's broken, and that's the version that you get, you know? There's gonna be some versions of the weapons that you just don't get. We'll go this way, go grab the Faith Tier, I guess. Let's go hug right, make it simple. Not gonna probably use the Faith Tier at all, but might as well pick it up. Because it's simple to route towards the next church, anyway. We're gonna be using the uchigatana until we get the Nagakiba. So we're gonna level up the uchigatana a little bit. I'm not sure how much I want to level it up. I haven't decided yet. Have not decided. We could just go do Nagakiba, but I don't want to like go kill the NPC straight away that drops Nagakiba. Because if you kill him straight away, you get locked out of a couple of things. And also, you get locked out of Raptor of the Mists too. What about Reduvia? Reduvia is not a katana. We're just doing a dexterity build as well. We're not doing any occult arcane stuff. Pick up the blade grease that's there, because that'd be pretty handy to kill a Grail. You get it from Shiburi. That's the same person, right? Either way, we're doing it so we don't get, we only get locked out of Raptor of the Mist. So we're just gonna at least, just pick it up from whatever he fucking drops. Still gets body snatched? I'm not a lore guy, so I have no idea. For what is the Occult Infusion? Occult Infusion is there to give your weapons an arcane scaling. It's pretty handy if you have a status effect like Poison or Bleed, because those status effects scale off arcane, so you can actually make those types of weapons. Why am I going this way? Go head back here and run back to the main section of Weeping. I just picked up those 2 Sacred Tears. Yeah, so when you go into arcane with an Occult Infusion with those particular weapons, it can not only boost the damage, but also the bleed build up as well. But the main reason why you want to go with an Occult Infusion is because you want to use spells with a Dragon Communion Seal. We don't need that, but whatever. I'd include the Poison Hands. No, we're just doing a Dexterity build. Simple stuff. Wakazashi offhand shares the Katana moveset? Yes. It kind of sucks though, because the Katana power sensing combos are kind of mid. So yeah. But yeah, the main reason why you want to go with an occult infusion is if you want to use particular Ashes of War, Bleed Ashes of War, like Blood Blade or Bloody Slash. Or Seppuku, but that's not really for a Katana build. Or if you want to use spells. Otherwise, if you want to maximize your damage and stuff, and even bleed build-up, you can just go with a Dexterity infusion and use Blood Flame Blade, which is what we're doing. You're milking the hell out of this game. Yes. I mean, the Elden Ring content still pops off. Like, I made a video just talking about the best weapons in the game, like, not even a month ago, and it has, like, 400,000 views. So, like, you know, people still want to know about the stuff when it comes to this game. So I'll keep making videos. Did I forget to pick up the map? I probably did. Probably did. We're gonna pick up the map. There's the map, cool. Okay, what are we gonna do at this point? We actually might just go rotate to the third Church of Marika. From the gate front. Pick up some more smithing stones and stuff. Katanas are bad weapons. They're only for weebs. So, they're bad because only weebs like them, or...? I'm confused. How things? Hope you're doing well. Yui is a cool streamer. His chat, however, atrocious. Probably. I'm live like every day. Although I haven't been streaming as much on YouTube recently. I don't need that strength tier, but you just pick it up because we're there, I guess. Nagakiba helped you kill consorts? Nice. We are going to come back to Homeboy here because we're going to pick up a Stoneblade. Because we're just going to slap that bad boy in a dagger just to have a projectile option. We can go pick up Golden Bow as well since we're here. How many katanas are good? I'd say about 5 of them. I consider it to be somewhat useful. Or very useful. Bam. If you want to keep able to spam Unsheath over and over again, you got to, like, block in between your attacks. Because, like, you have to wait for the animation to finish, typically. Until you go do it again. But if you, like, block and then you can do it again. Or you can crouch and do it again. Pro tip for Unsheath. Unless we can get another Unsheath here. You can go kill Alexander right now if you don't really care to get the shot of Alexander. But we're gonna go get the shot of Alexander, but, you know, it's like 10% damage if you get the Warrior's Jar Shard, which you get 10% for the entire playthrough. Or, you know, you get 15% for, like, the end of the playthrough. Which, like, typically, if you're just doing, like, a regular playthrough, just getting Warrior's Jar Shard is really good. But since the DLC releasing, I think the Shard of Alexander is just better value at this point. Unfortunately, you gotta kill bosses like Fiery Giant and Godskin duo. Yeah, so there was like an instance or a circumstance where we probably could have, you know, started off with another class that had a bit more faith in Arcane, because you do have to spec into 10 Arcane and 12 Faith for Blood Flame Blade. So honestly, going with the class that has like the lowest amount of intelligence probably would have been more optimal. But starting off with a Katana and starting off with like a Samurai set's pretty fine. But if for whatever reason you didn't want to start off with this class, the uchigatana, the other uchigatana, is just in this catacomb over here, which we can go pick up. So we'll just go kill Grail for some money. Just jump down here, we can get an uchigatana. Really lit up that Grace. And also that The boss actually does drop the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, which is more health on critical hits, which is not as necessary for this build, I want to say. We can get smithing stones elsewhere. We just need 2 more smithing ones to get a +3 weapon. Would you say Millennia or is Midra is harder to get to? Millennia or Midra is harder to get to? Well, like, one just involves killing Jory. And one involves killing Loretta and Commander Niall. So, probably that one, I guess? I know they don't jump off this side. I only jump off this side. So we can actually go jump back around to get even more money. If you don't want to do this, you can just teleport back to the other grace. The summoned water village and just jump off this side to be safer. There's even more money to get here. And also, there's the cookbook for the sleep pots if people want to use that against the Godskin Duo. Which we're not going to. We don't need it because the Godskin Duo is very weak to bleed and slash, which we're going to be doing. And we're going to be messing up the boss. A projectile attack as well, and like Godskin Duo can just be very easily cheesed with projectile attacks. And I play Mortal Shell too. Probably not because it comes out basically at the exact same time as the Duskblood's network test. Okay, so we have things that we can do here. We can just go run this way and then set up our weapon. Let us get more levels and stuff. Don't need to. And we don't need to kill Kindred either. We'll go run this way. Go run around. We'll go kill the Knights Cavalry guy. We'll at least go progress Yura's quest line to get the Raptor of the Mists, Ash of War. Gonna make it nighttime so we can spawn in the Knights Cavalry. Honestly, we're gonna pick up the Memory Stone that's here, and we're not gonna really use it, I guess, but I don't know. It's another spell slot. Doesn't hurt nobody. You can just, like, teleport back to the Grace, but, you know, this works too. Basically, the idea... Why is he all the way back there for? Come here. He is gonna one-shot. I thought I got tagged, but I don't know. My horse got tagged. Basically, I want to bait him around right there, pretty much. Well, that was pretty much as flawless as it's gonna get. Save the gold pickled fowl foot, I guess, for Grail instead. That was pretty much flawless. Never really goes that smoothly. But yeah, basically the idea is to actually have him walk here. You want to have him to be on this side. If he like walks here, then you got to run back out and then bait him back in again. And then you just want to be at a certain distance and bait out the jumping attack so you can just jump right off. And now you have 42,000 runes. Pretty sick. But if you don't get it, it's perfectly fine. Because like one strat that you can do is that you can just bait this ball off the cliff. If you want money. And you could do this like 20 times and it'd basically be the exact same effect. You just spawn in the ball, then you just walk off the cliff, watch it fall off, and then you can just teleport back. You can just do that. We honestly don't even need this much money, but it still helps. Okay, so I'm pretty sure 12 faith for Blood Flame Blade, and we'll go just dump it to some health. Some endurance, some in mind as well, because we're doing to spam some skills. That'd be pretty cool. The requirements for Nagakiba is like 18 strength or something and like 20 something dexterity. So we'll get there eventually. Honestly, we could probably just kill Grail and meet the requirements. So it doesn't really matter what we spec into right now, because we can just kill Grail. Literally right now. We're not going to do running back to the Grace, but you can do that if you want to. Because, yeah, you can run back to the Grace as the big dragon dies. But just the big dragon is going to die. Because if you want to maximize the money, when you kill the dragon, all the small dragons die. And that's where you get the big boatload of money from. So I'm gonna go straight to the leg, kill Mama Dragon with the bleed grease. It's gonna take a few minutes. Because if you guys don't know, bleed does percentage damage. This enemy has an absolute boatload of HP. The bleed build-up is not the same as like a light attack per hit. So say if you use something like double slash, every single hit of double slash might only do like half the amount of bleed build-up as a light attack. But if you have something like Blood Flame Blade, it's going to be a 40 bleed build-up no matter what. It's just going to be over time though. Okay, one more bleed proc. As soon as you see the health bar go down or the boss or the enemy flinch, which is right now, pop the gold pickled foul foot and we get 25%, 30% more money, whatever it is. You can go kill the boss and instantly rest at this grace. And if you do it quick enough, you can actually go kill the boss. And it can actually respawn and you can keep getting 50,000 runes over and over again. But it's not necessary. Just do it once. It's enough money. Okay, at this point we can just meet the requirements for Nagakiba. I think it's 22 dex. And then we can just go dump into some health. That'd be lovely. Honestly, we're not going to be putting any more points into strength and dexterity for a while. Definitely not strength, but we're going to be doing some vigor dumping. Because you don't really benefit by putting damage or putting points into your damaging stats early on in the game until you have like a decently leveled weapon. Because in the Souls games, or mainly the FromSoft games, your weapons get bad scalings and bad damage at low levels. So you don't even benefit of anything, really. You're going to get more damage by upgrading the weapon more so than leveling up your stats. Which I don't know why weapons just don't get good scalings early game as well. So you can benefit of either or. And not just, you know, you have to level up the weapon. But it makes the leveling process easy. Makes the process easy. Because that means that you just spend your entire like early game just leveling up health and endurance. And then you can go ahead and spec into your damaging stats afterwards. Once you get like an okay leveled weapon. Which for a smithing weapon it'll be like somewhere closer towards plus 16, 17, 18. Somewhere around about there. We're picking up this. Did I pick up the... Chat, did I skip the medallion? I wasn't paying attention. I think I picked up the medallion. So we need the medallion so we can go get to the ALTUS plateau early. There is the map here if you want to get the map, but we're not going to bother getting that because we don't really need to go that way. We'll go get the other medallion since we're here. And even if it does fail, I don't think it's going to discourage From Software from potentially doing even more exclusives in the future as well, you know? Yeah, I don't think we should want a game to fail. Like, you know, people's livelihoods, you know, their jobs and stuff are tied behind the success of a game sometimes, you know? I think you'd hope for the game to be good, but if the game is not good, then it is what it is. We don't actually need that. I just killed it anyway, because why not? Oh! Can do Blythe's questline if you want to. We're just here to go get the Axe Talisman, which you actually don't even need, but there's a smithing 2 here. Let's avoid this bear. You're gonna just run straight at that bear, won't even aggro if you just sprint out. Although this guy does drop you sleep arrows, and we do have a bow, so if you do want to fight Godskin and you put them to sleep and you run out of sleep pots, you could actually just use arrows as well. He is selling me some smithing stones. I honestly will buy them all, because we're going to have to level up multiple weapons. You don't need 12 of every single smithing stone. I'm just instinctively walking past the maps. I keep forgetting to pick up the freaking maps. Nagakiba, Blood Flame Blade, Double Slash of Rivers of Blood. It is basically just a better version of Rivers of Blood, yes. It is just the superior version. The medallion. You can go kill this guy that's here as well if you want to, because it does give you Bloody Slash. Well, we don't really need it, but you can just walk around this bozo. Okay, now what are we doing at this point? We can do some more prep. There's the other medallion. You can go upgrade the weapon even further. Let's go pick up the map that I forgot about. Uchi have any clear strength over the Nagakiba? The uchigatana gets more damage than the Nagakiba. It's not by much. It's to the point that I'd rather have the range and then moveset than the Nagakiba. But also it is lower requirements too. So say if you want to go with like a pure like arcane build, you don't have to spec into 22 dexterity or 18 strength like you have to with a Nagakiba. So you're saving yourself like about 10 whole points. Not 10, but closer towards 10 stats. Okay, so we'll get this bad boy to +3. We have some smithing 2s. Yeah, sure. Make it a +4 weapon. We'll go get some more stuff later. Since we're here, might as well pick up just the seal. Because I do plan to use flame grant me strength. Give me the dagger and the seal. Let's just go kill a boss right now. Let's just go kill Margaret. Let's go kill something. I feel like killing something. 'Twas not necessary. The only Ashes of War that we're going to be using it would be, just Unsheath, Double Slash, Stormblade. Maybe Thunderbolt? We'll pick it up, though. I'm not sure if I want to use Thunderbolt, though. And I guess the Golden Bow Ash of War. Might as well put something in there. Stamina is nice, and yeah. Spiked tier. I'm not going to really use the spiked tier. For charge attacks, because we have Unsheath. So I'm spot on for now. We're going to get the Dexterity tier soon anyway. One-handing is actually technically faster. We're going to spam Unsheath. Because we get fat stance breaks that way. Get a stance break right here. Drink the blue juice. Sure. Bye-bye. We are going to be doing some strats when like, because like Unsheath does really good stance damage and it can, you know, result in a lot of critical attacks. And that's the reason why we're going to be getting Misericord. We'll have it just come with the projectile attack too. Let's go into some more health. We can just run straight out the middle. There's nothing really in Stonewall Castle that we need. And it does piercing damage. And it does piercing damage, yes. Because like there's more items down here. Even though we don't really need any of them, but it's been a minute since I ran the regular way through Stonewall. Don't explode me. My chat, should I turn up the game? Do you guys want to hear the game more? We've been trapped. There's a Banished Knight here. Is that actually safer than doing a, just running through the main gate? Who knows? None of this is actually really necessary, though. We don't have to be doing any of this. We can actually set up even more, and let's get even more overpowered, but, you know. For the sake of actually just playing the game, we're just going to do it right now, instead of just prepping forever. Some people don't like prepping for, like, hours on end. That's why you can just do partial prep, kill a boss, partial prep, kill a boss. But if you do want to prep the entire way, then nothing's stopping you. Using a mini-map mod. Close enough. Cragblade and Giant Crusher is fun? Yes. There is the Claw Talisman up there, but we're not going to be... I mean, we might as well pick it up, honestly. A little bit of a risky jump, but it's whatever. The Grace is right next to you. You ever wipe too hard and you get a bit of poo on your finger? Somebody ban that guy. We're gonna put on the Claw Talisman as like the only talisman that we're really gonna benefit off. 10% more damage to your jumping attacks. Let's a jump here again. Because I do want to go inside. We could have just ran through the main gate and just ended up here. Because we need to go inside from here. So we can go grab the Misericord. We don't need to kill the grafted sound. I'm just gonna... Stone Sword key was used. Press triangle. Okay, Iron Up Blade's pretty cool. We don't really need that, but... Actually, no, we need it for a Storm Blade, actually. So yeah, Iron Up Blade is actually necessary too. Cool. Now we can just run back out. Misrecord is a weapon that is... The only reason we're going to use it is because it gets 140 crit, which is the highest crit damage in the entire game. So when we get a stance break, we switch to the Misrecord to get the critical attack, because it'll just do way more damage than any other weapon that we could be using for critical hits. Just avoid that guy. You know, if you don't really care to use things like Golden Bow before bosses because you don't like to constantly keep stacking up on buffs, one thing that you can do is like, equip Bloodhound Step, I guess. We know we got Bloodhound Step, and you could use that to go through some legacy dungeons like this. Anyway, we're not going to kill Godric right now. We can if you want to. There's nothing stopping you, but I think we can set up even more. Didn't need to do any of that because you can just run around Stormveil Castle. Because in LIURNIA, we can go grab Bloodflame Blade, which is also very important for the run. We can get one of the multi-hit talismans, which is also very important. We're going to do Yura's questline. I forgot about that. Yura's questline to get the Nagakiba regularly. Also head to the Altus Plateau. And smithing Bell Bearing 1 and 2. Because like going into Arcane right away is not really worth it unless you have like an Arcane weapon like Reduvia or something. So chill compared to Bingo. Yes. You're going to set up a bit more here. LIURNIA is super big and annoying, but we can just straight up just use the teleporters to avoid all of it. Grab the map that's right here. And we'll keep heading north, because there is another teleporter that takes us to Rayo Lucaria. And this also puts us closer towards the Dexterity tier too, so... We'll just continue following the path until we see a Grace. A Grace! Portal that takes us to Rayo Lucaria. We don't need to go there just yet, though. We'll go grab the Dexterity tier first. So we'll go behind that. We'll keep running in this northwest direction, which should put us next to another Grace. Right up here. The next one might be when the Tarnished Edition releases. Do one for like one of the Tarnished Edition weapons. Okay, we'll keep heading this way because this next island over here has the Dexterity too. For the secret Halictor medallion, which you can get that later. We'll go teleport back here so we can take the teleporter to Rayo Lucaria. Yeah, I got picked for the network test here. Tarnished Edition has 4 new weapons. I'm not sure exactly how many new weapons. We got the Smithing Stone. It's a bit risky because this Revenant's right behind us, so... We didn't really need that Smithing 3. I think they keep going down until we see the Stake of Marika symbol. Yeah. As soon as we see the Stake of Marika symbol below the stamina bar, then we're going to just run and jump off. Because what this does is it teleports us where the Stake of Marika is when you click Stake of Marika. And that puts us closer towards where we need to be. Don't even have to run back. Loading screen just takes us there. Isn't that cool? It's like saves like 10 seconds of running, but it literally puts us right next to a golden seed. You just turn left and there's a golden seed here. Pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure the map is like, yeah, it's just further down. Okay, a map. Just for the sake of getting a map. So, our runes should be still here, so we can go pick up our runes, no problem. Now this time, we're going to jump off, and this time not die. So, we just jump off the ledge here. Try not to hit the railing and land on it, so just jump right off. So down next to that church is actually where Bloodflame Blade is, but we can go pick up the smithing 2s that are here. Saves us a little bit of money. That scarab right there has our Bloodflame Blade. Cool. Now we can keep heading this way to this structure over here because there's a Grace, and also it puts us next to the Academy key so we can actually enter the Academy. Pretty cool stuff. Also, Trina Lizzie here as well. if you want to make your sleep pots. I'm going to have our seal equipped because you need to have a sacred seal to cast incantations, which Blood Flame Blade is one. Have it in your left hand, which I didn't actually equip somehow. With a spell, at least. You can always buff things in your left hand when using grease. Just going to run around this dragon and be quick and just grab the key. And now we're going to go enter the academy with the key that we have. We're not going to do anything in here right now, though. We're just going to go bypass to the other side. Can be made really good. And, like, well, all, like, the best weapons can be made looking like shit, too. So, like, you know. Make sure you run down to the end of this bridge because there's another golden seed here. But if you do want to make an optimized build, because you like optimizing your builds and you don't want to be broken, then probably don't use those weapons, I guess. Okay, I'm going to grab the grace here and let's go jump off the cliff over here. As you see, when you look down, there's going to be a spirit spring that we can just land on. Because this puts us closer towards the cave. And right behind those trees there is going to be the cave. The tunnel, really. And this tunnel lets us get the bell bearing that allows us to purchase an infinite amount of smithing stone 1s and 2s. You can go that way and pick up some smithing stones. None of these are really necessary, but like you can do it. And if you want to see how to do it, you basically just do that. Holding onto block and then jumping resets your jump stamina. So that's why you block and jump. And you can keep jumping far. Whereas if you don't block and jump, the consecutive jumps gets 0 momentum. But if you block, it resets the animation. If you guys didn't know, now you guys know. We're just going to pick up a bunch of smithing stones here. Saves us money. All these orange stones are the smithing ones. Because there's some smithing 3s here, which the bell bearing that we're going to pick up is just for 1s and 2s. So we won't be able to buy 3s until for a little bit. Make sure you're two-handing against these guys. Because if you one-hand, the weapon's going to bounce off. Just going to send that elevator up. That's just a shortcut. Don't need to go back up there. I think Blide's sword is mid. I would say so, yeah. Not bothered running in those rooms. Nothing really of value in there anyway. Jump down, turn around, grab those, and just steal all these smithing stones in the middle. Just spam triangle as you're running through. Same thing about the crystalline, just two-hand your weapon so you don't bounce off. But we can just spam unsheath because way to kill these guys quickly is just spamming. Or by getting a stance break, which unsheath does lots of stance damage. Now we can just R1 spam. Because now his armor is broken. Hollow Slayer's Greatsword is going to be in the DLC? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, now at this point, we actually got to go get the Nagakiba thing set up. Like, if you want to get Nagakiba straight away, he does spawn just directly behind the first step. He's going to be pretty tough to fight if you have, like, a +0 weapon. But, like, obviously, if you did it after we did the whole prepping and setting up and you have, like, a +4 weapon, and with this amount of health as well, should be okay. But yeah, bro is literally right here. Honestly, it would have been faster to come from this grace because we already had this grace set up. We're just going to go to the lake section where the invasion spawns in, and then you can speak to him there, I believe. And then you'll teleport. Well, there'll be a summon sign that you can go interact with. So we'll go head up this way. Can I changing your drip during this playthrough? Yes, we're actually going to steal that guy's drip. Later into the game. Out of all the power ascending combos, which would you consider to be the best and the worst? Best is probably curve swords. Worst is probably the axes. But to be safe, you can just go land on the spirit spring over here. Or just drop down and land here. Basically the same distance, I guess. I don't think you actually need to wait for Yura to come join the fight. But, like, obviously, if it takes a while, like, the longer this fight goes on, you end up getting a summon to help you out here. Yeah, Yura spawned in. I don't know where the hell he was, but... in this cave is actually where Patches is, which, do you know what? We can go interact with Patches. Because he's actually going to teleport to a Grace that we already have. There's another NPC. And we can actually go buy... He does sell some, like, gold pickled fowl food, I think. Which is pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to drain this guy's health. And we're not going to kill him. Because obviously we don't want to ruin somebody's quest line. If they do want to do his quest line, that attack does nothing to you. Cool. So when you exhaust his dialogue, he should actually teleport towards the scenic Isle Grace in LIURNIA. It just depends. Like I don't think anybody's rankings of the games is actually like what they actually believe, because they can just replay the games again with a different build and a different mindset and a different circumstances, and they're gonna have a different experience, and their opinions will be different as well. I think I gotta speak to him here. So if we did this questline correctly, we can actually go teleport to the main academy gate. And there should be a summon sign there. Is there something else that I need to go get? Oh, it's here. Never mind. We're here. Which we could have actually picked up that golden seed and came back and did this all in one fell swoop. So I probably should have done the invasion earlier. The only reason you want to do this is if you actually want to get Raptor of the Mists. And actually progress his questline and not kill him early, but... this is actually a dangerous invasion though, so we're gonna go get Blood Flame Blade here. And we're gonna go R1 spam and then hope for the best. Yeah, because he can hit pretty hard. At this point I actually would like to have Double Slash. Because Double Slash would make quick work of an NPC, but... Blood Flame Blade, he's got a Katana as well. We got Katanas. Or proc and bleed quickly. Okay, Raptor the Mist has been acquired. Pretty useful Ashevore when it does come to dealing with very annoying AoEs. But now we actually can go get the Nagakiba. I think we can just pick it up from the church in the ALTUS plateau. So we can just go run there and pick it up now. And then we can go back and start killing some things. Even more things. You have freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. There's a glitch you can get 2 Nagakibas when you meet him in the Second Church of Marika. Is there? Did not know about that. We only need the one though, so that's fine. Although having a second one could be pretty cool because we are going to go back and forth between Double Slash and Unsheath. What if there's a circumstance where like I have like Unsheath just on the Uchigatana, then Double Slash on the Nagakiba, then let's go back and forth based on that. But like, you know, Double Slash DPS in combination with Blood Flame Blade can proc bleed really quickly. But let's say if you're fighting a boss that's immune to bleed, like a gargoyle, let's say, you probably would rather have the stance damage. So, be like, oh shit, I'm fighting an enemy that's weaker to, or immune to bleed. Switch to the Unsheath. Okay, we have both medallions. Let us hoist the medallion. I need straight sword. We'll just run straight through this bridge section. The main path, keep it simple. We do want to go to the left at some point because there is the Ritual Sword Talisman. Although it's not going to be the most beginner-friendly talisman because, you know, it involves you having to stay at full health the entire time. But it's still worth picking up. Because we can rotate this way. We can go get the map along the way. And just go pick up the Nagakiba. And then we can rotate down there because down that way is where the Smithing Stone Bell-Bearing 2 is to get our smithing 3s and 4s. So we can eventually get a plus 12 weapon. There actually is smithing 5s in that tunnel as well. So we actually can get probably 13. Smithing 13 weapon. Okay, there's the map. There's a Grace down that way, but we don't need that right now because we're going to go jump off here to the left because there's a church which should house our Nagakiba. And there should be an invasion here too that's going to become somewhat annoying to deal with, but you know. Try not to go too far to the right because you're going to aggro all the dogs. But here's our main man. Mr. Yura. And there is the Nagakiba. And we are going to get invaded, so we're going to go ahead and buff. Blood Flame Blade. I should have actually put on the Dexterity tier. I forgot about that. Probably should have done that a bit earlier. Also should probably have like Double Slash at this point. This is probably death. That's fine. If we die, it doesn't really matter. This is how you get the LEYNDELL's Pole Blade and also the Purifying Tier to make the MOHG fight. Sure. Instant. I never knew Grail's roll was going to hit that hard. Prefer one-handed? Yeah, one-handed katanas are better than two-handed. Because they're just faster. We'll come back later. It's not a big deal. Does come with Piercing Fang, which is a really, really good Ash of War. But double slashes is better. When it comes to a blade build, it's just gonna proc it faster. Cross Naginata fits the samurai theme too. Yeah, it's not necessarily a samurai build, it's more just a dexterity blade build. Using katanas, so still some amount of damage. Although we're not gonna upgrade this seal. Like we're just using Blood Flame Blade for the blade build-up, but it does like add a little bit of fire damage too, which is cool, but... And you can get more if you just upgrade the seal, which you can do at some point. But it's not really necessary. Like there's one right here. That chest has the bell bearing. We'll go up here first to grab... There's some more runes. Illusory wall. Honestly, we'll go down and pick it up. Jumping off this way gives us another smithing 5. Don't have to do this. It's only going to give you like a couple more levels to just one of your weapons. That might die. Never mind. Should have dumped on that platform first. Because we're in the ALTUS plateau. The boss that's going to be here is not going to be, you know, intended at this level. What's the smoke bomb these munchkins throw for? I mean, they're like just stealth, I guess. It's like throw the smoke bomb and then trying to hide in the smoke. All these smithing fires will give us a couple levels. It's not that bad of a dungeon to try and progress. Just follow the pathing to grab these smithing 5s. And at this point, you can just like die and leave if you want to. Golden Rune 9. We're gonna go kill this boss though, because we can. Let's have a Golden Vow here. Make sure you end your animations so you actually can allow yourself to get a critical attack. Which you can do so by crouching, or just waiting, I guess. Because if you keep spamming the R1 button hoping that you can get a critical attack, it's not going to work out. I have no more FP. Jump! Cool. Okay, didn't need to kill that boss, but, you know, since we're grabbing the smithing 5s in the tunnel. Gives us some money as well. But if you die there, you can just leave the tunnel. Not a big deal. Okay. This tower right here is for the Rykard's a Great Rune, which kind of sucks, so... Pretty much never gonna come back here. We might as well progress further down here because there's a bunch more golden seeds to give us some more flasks. And there's the map that I forget about. 2 more golden seeds here. Let's keep following the path. I kind of want to kill the Margit projection that spawns here because it does give you the stamina talisman, which is nice, but we can get some better talismans. There's some more golden seeds around. There's like 1 golden seed here. And there's like another one down here too. If you wanted some more flasks, and there's another sacred tier down here in this church. But we can pick those things up later. Hand in both of the smithing bell bearings, and at this point we need 12 of each. So I just need 6 of those to get 12, 2 more of those. We can kill a boss and then go upgrade the other weapons as well. Let's sell some more of these. Upgraded all the way to plus however high we can get. Oh, nice. We picked up enough smithing 5s to get to plus 14. Let's go pick up some important items. Since we're here, we'll go through CAELID. We're going to pick up Flame Get Me Strength. We can go grab this Turtle Talisman as well. Is this New Game or New Game Plus? This is regular New Game. It's starting from the beginning. I stand corrected. You're probably just a little bit delayed. Your stream maybe is a bit delayed. I'm running a bit to the right here because there actually is an invasion that spawns there, which you can just co-kill the invader pretty easily. Does give you the Sacred Scorpion Charm, but we don't need it, so we just hug right. You're going to play Elden Ring on the Switch too? Yes. I do have a Switch too already. I play some games on the Switch. But yeah, I'm going to plan to play Elden Ring and Dustbloods for sure. On the switcheroo, we're going to head to the right first because we want to get Flame Get Me Strength, and there's like some more runes here in these coffins. But that fort over there has the Flame Get Me Strength. Favorite Bloodborne weapon? Probably the Beast Claws. Yui2, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We are going to get the Wing Sword Insignia, yes. I'm just going to run around the outside of this to get Flame Get Me Strength, which is a nice buff. It is completely unnecessary. If you think buffing is like too inconvenient or you're just going to forget about it. Don't need to grab it, but we're going to spec into 15 Faith just so we can use that, because Flame Get Me Strength is 20% more physical damage. And also a bit more stamina recovery speed. But it only lasts 30 seconds, so we're only really going to be using it for boss fights. We're going to head down here. There's a sum before here that's completely unnecessary. Because we're not using any Somber weapon at all. I was going to head back to this fucking, what do you call it? Gate thingy? I don't know. The wall? The Smoldering Wall Grace. So we do plan to go that way, because there is a cave down there that gives us the Gold Scarab Talisman, which means it's a lot more money. We can just run all the way around, and you probably will. Make things simple. There's a merchant down there, but the guy doesn't really sell anything of value. Avoid these guys. Do not want to deal with those. And down that way is going to be where Radon is, and there's going to be a golden seed along the way as well. We can get those things later. Thoughts on repeating thrust for this build? Repeating thrust could be pretty solid as well. I kind of just like double slash better. But repeating thrust is also really good. Thing is, like, I like double slash more because you have the option to do like the follow-up attacks. You don't have to get stuck in a long animation. But it's still good, like, stun lock potential. But yeah, I just like double slash is just good for more things. Okay, we're running straight up the middle here. Might as well get the golden seed back here. We're just going pure dexterity. Pure dexterity. So that scarab right there is the one that has... We do have, chat. We have a bow. Okay, we'll go free aim. Double slash has been acquired. Because like when you get close to that scarab, it kind of teleports away. And there was a stone sword key there, and I didn't mean to roll off. I was going to try to sprint, but whatever. You can light up the torches here and like remove the fog gates and stuff, but we don't really need anything in this area. I'll get some more smithing 5s if need be. Okay, now we're going to go double slash. What's going to get more damage at this point? Keen. Okay, so Keen is actually getting more damage at this point. So Keen, double slash, uchigatana. We'll put that one with unsheath. So we're going to go back and forth between 2 weapons. We've got to go buy Stormblade as well. Is there anything else that we need here in CAELID? Go get the multi-hit talisman first. So teleport back here to the beginning of LIURNIA, then just run to this cave. So we're going to be taking off the Radagon's Sword Seal after this. So hopefully this next few bosses will give us enough money to go upgrade our uchigatana, which is not really necessary because the next few bosses that we're going to be fighting in Godric and Radahn don't really require us to use the Unsheath. I forgot to buy a lantern, which you can buy a lantern off that merchant right here. To make this process a bit easier for some of these caves. We need nose beers. What the hell does that even mean? I still forget to put on the Dexterity tier, by the way. Blood Flame Blade. It's kind of nice to actually don't get staggered by double slash. Okay. If you're still aggroed, you can just go take that teleporter out. But we are not aggroed, so we can go ahead and get Winged Sword Insignia, equip that bad boy. Now we can go get the other things. Finally, let's go ahead and equip the Dexterity tier. Dexterity and Stamina tier is pretty cool. Stamina regen tier would be even better. Which we get the stamina regen tier of the Putrid Avatar in CAELID. So we can go do that next, because I'd rather have that one. Make it look easy? Well, I have thousands of hours in this game, so... Golden Vow Dagger. Like, we can just go Bloodhound Step on this and make this experience easier. Because you can just, like, drop down there and just use Bloodhound Step. But yeah, wait for the... explosion to go off. I just like to jump here and then turn around and backstep, but Bloodhound Step is safer, but it consumes FP. Also, another cave where I would like to have a lantern, but I forget to buy one. But basically, we're just gonna hug right, then jump off here. It's pretty much the narrow. There's like no branching paths really, so you get to like the one room, but basically this entire dungeon is just hug right the entire time. You don't really get lost if you just hug right. After the first entrance. After like the first part. Okay. I still don't have 15 faith, but whatever. Top off for that. You can actually do tap R2s against these guys. I just realized. The power of the Nagakiba. These guys get staggered by the R2s, so we're going to spam that. Don't actually need to use double slash against this guy. Unfortunately, it blocks like the entire fucking thing. Now we can just tap R2 spam here. Stamina, come back. Look at that reach. That range. But these guys give us the gold scarab. And what the gold scarab does is it gives us more money. And being that bosses take a while to give you the runes after you kill them, if you quickly kill a boss, and then, or if you kill a boss and quickly switch, which is what I did right there, you basically just get free money. We have good talismans, we have crystal tears. Actually, no, let's go kill the Putrid Avatar first. Get that stamina regen. We'll go run the safe way. We'll go run around. The intended way. So we don't get distracted during the fight. You can just quit out here, which honestly I would normally just quit out, but... because quitting out resets enemy positions. My stamina is not going down when I'm sprinting, so like they're just hanging around. They're not actually aggroed towards me, so we can freely fight now. We're just here to get this stamina tier. It's a pretty simple fight anyway. You just roll behind him every single time. Until it does fucking golden land. She does right now. Heavy attack. Stance break. Huge. Not gonna try and get the critical attack there because there's a bunch of rot on the ground, and that will definitely kill us if we walked into it. Okay, now we can actually go kill Godric. Because, chat, if you don't know, the more health that you have, the more the enemy has to hit you for you to die. Pro tip. I forgot to get Stormblade. I've got to get that as well. Dump into health, and then when you kill Radahn, we actually might start buying some more materials so we can go upgrade some stuff. I think we're gonna upgrade the Misericord next. The buffs don't run out during a cutscene. But basically the end game goal is to eventually have a Smith script dagger in my offhand. Look at that fucking damage. Look at that stamina recovery. Just so you can have a projectile on the band, it's always nice. Stop enemies from regenerating poise. GG. So basically, you can get to this point in the game without having to kill a single thing, really. So you could have done this against Margit as well, but 24,000. Okay, we'll go to the Warmaster's shack because we need to go get Stormblade. Because the reason why we're going to be using Stormblade is because projectiles are just super duper nice to have, like, always. Like, when you're going through, like, legacy dungeons or dungeons and, like, you want to snipe enemies off at a distance, having a projectile is always cool. Beast Roar would be really solid because Beast Roar goes further than Stormblade, but you get Beast Roar after handing in, like, 5 death roots, which is just annoying. And Stormblade just gets better DPS anyway, and it's, like, cheaper to spam too, so... With the Iron Whetblade that we've also picked up, we can actually put the... Stormblade with a Keen Infusion to maximize the damage. We are going to eventually probably make that Lightning Infused at some point because we need it to get critical attacks. And even though Stormblade's going to get less damage, our critical attacks are going to be higher because split damage does better with the critical hits because bypasses defenses. The Flat's defense is non-existent. Sure, more health for Radahn is always nice. 25 health. That's a decent amount right there. I recommend to actually go through regular Karia instead. The reason why I'm not going to go through regular Karia is because I have absolutely no reason to. There is nothing there that we need. But, you know, killing Renala and the dog and stuff, you can get more money. But I probably would recommend leveling up the Misericord first before you start going through some more legacy dungeons and stuff. Because having projectiles is nice. And you want to have that upgraded for sure. For sure. Yeah, I only played E33 like once, so like I'm not really a knower in that game. Don't need no Cragblade for this build. Just gonna be sticking with these 3 ashes. Now, unfortunately, it's gonna be a bit difficult in like the middle of a fight, because like sometimes you want to have a projectile in the middle of the fight. So, you know, you might just like attack with your katana, and then you switch to your Stormblade and just throw the projectile out. But the thing is, when you switch your weapon, you lose out on your Blood Flame Blade. So, you can do that, but you sacrifice your buff, though, if you do that. The game, and you just bought any random one. Or like Ratatouille on the PS2. Like, this is a banger. I mean, you can summon these guys if you want to, but I'm just gonna... fuck them up without it, though. At this point, approach out of the flame gave me strength, but it doesn't matter. We'll go drink this bad boy. Just play Ratatouille on the DS. There's like so many like Disney games for like the PS2 era. Like every single like Disney movie that turned into a game. I spend the entire fight not even having to dodge, just strafe around this entire moveset. Dodge forwards into that so you can bait out that attack so you can get an even better opening. Almost a bleed proc. I can Blood Flame Blade again. He always appears directly in front of you, so try not to like move your camera all over the place. Against the Radahn man. GG. Gold Scarab. I had another gold pickled falcon. I probably could have used it there, because it does give you a decent amount of money, but sure. TMNT on the NES. Gonna finish the game in 30 minutes. Now we're gonna be a bit... We're still gonna be doing some people's quest lines and stuff, because, you know, it is a build walkthrough. It's not really like a walkthrough where, like, I'm trying to tell you how to fight bosses and stuff. You can very well pop your remembrances because, like, we don't need any of the items from these remembrances, so... We've got enough for 12 of each. Because you can still buy some more smithing stones for the uchigatana as well. Okay, we have the 2 great rune bosses killed, so we actually can get another talisman slot. I kind of want to go through a Celia tunnel, because Celia tunnel has, like, smithing 7s and more smithing 5s in that tunnel. And that could be a good showcase for Unsheath, because the Falling Star Beast is immune to bleed. So that could be an Unsheath type of... I was like, why is this getting more damage? That's plus 14, that's why. Celia under the stairs is closest towards that Grace, to the Celia tunnel. Does Radagon have high defense to slash damage? No, he's kind of neutral. I don't think he's, like, super resist to it. I think it's basically the same as standard, I want to say. He's weakest to striking damage, but I don't think he's, like, super resist to slash compared to any other damage type. The first 3 are basically right here. There's a 2 here, and there's the one around this little shack. This place is terrible. It is completely optional to come here. You did not need to do this at all. But we will kill these guys. Okay. There's another smithing 5 over here. Don't need to fight those if they're not aggroed or gonna shoot projectiles. Let's go run this way. We pick it up. Wait, chat, this is why we have... Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is why we have Stormblade. 6-7 damage, no way. Okay, 1 unsheath heavy attack actually just stance breaks them. That's pretty cool. Okay, you don't fire anything at me. Just stay right there. What I say. Shortcut. Another smithing 5 here. That purple item's the talisman for faith-based builds. We don't really need it. Oh god. I didn't even pick up the item anyway. We get some headshots, we can get even more stance damage. Get a couple of hits off to the head, switch to the critical attack and the misericord, and that should do some big boy damage. Nice. Honestly, it probably would have been better if I just unsheathed the head instead, but sure. Okay, well, I should have leveled up my stats beforehand, like going into 15 Faith for Flame gave me strength. Alrighty then. I think we should probably work on... I actually forgot about coming back here to go get revenge on this guy. Okay, we're gonna switch back to the Nagakiba here because double slash would do a lot better against NPCs. None of that. She tanked my slash? Yeah. Had just enough poise to not get stun locked completely. Okay. Just gonna go head down here. Because we're gonna progress towards the shaded castle. It's wonderful green castle. Okay. The shaded castle. Okay. Let's run through and grab Millicent's, the Valkyrie's prosthesis. I love doing this quest line. It's so much fun. I mean, like, the Graces... I mean, we might as well grab the Grace and then come back, honestly. It's probably better. Probably better. So at least have some progress through this area. But you don't have to grab this Grace at all, but just in case you want to come back and kill Elima for whatever reason. Do some more explorative stuff. You can jump across these rafters or just like run back around again, I guess. Actually, I don't think you can jump back up there. I think this is the only way back here. Okay, don't jump off there. I have to go this way. Gonna grab this. I'm gonna quit out the game, so we can just teleport out. Here, yes. Back to the swamp, because we need to go kill Commander O'Neill. We'll go get the Grace first, and go run around the other side, because we can get the jump on him. He's a bit resist to slashing damage, but it's fine. It's like we don't need anything in the swamp, and I completely forgot about killing this guy. Okay, gonna run around here. Because when you run around this side, he doesn't actually aggro. I'm gonna go buff over here. Because I think if I buff next to him, he's gonna aggro too, so... Oh no! It's gone, Days. How things, man? God, these guys are so annoying, dude. Honestly, doing a heavy attack spam is probably going to be better because this guy's weak at the pierce, right? So. Just die. It's from here. This is not about you. Go away. You don't see us. So exhaust Other's dialogue until he gives you that. Exhaust his dialogue some more. And then we're going to quit out. Okay, exhaust dialogue again. Get that gold, or the analloid gold needle. I don't need to exhaust his dialogue anymore. But now we're going to go to Millicent, which we can go there from Fort Faroth. I love doing this quest line. It's so great. Yippee! Second channel? Yeah, it's got like a second channel for just like stream highlights and stuff. There's more smithing 7s up here in the stone sword key. And a smithing 8. But the church over here is the Church of the Plague, which has Millicent. So we're going to do her quest line. Speak to her. Because technically you're supposed to speak to him first. Then go kill O'Neill. Then go speak to him again. And then go to Millicent. And then speak to her again. Then speak to her again. Then have her teleport. Then you go grab the Valkyrie's prosthesis. Then you give it to her. Then you go somewhere else and you kill the boss. But like this kind of cuts off like half of it, I guess. So yeah, give her the needle, exhaust the dialogue, rest. Then she's standing up. Exhaust the dialogue again. And then she teleports back to the shack that we were just at. But we can actually just run down there very quicker than teleporting and running back. Not as safe, but, you know. I just jump around this branch here. It's like land on this kind of platform-ish area kind of thing. And just slowly make your way down. If you die, you just do it again. Then you go ahead and exhaust her dialogue again. What would be the Erd Tree Gazing Hill Grace, but we don't have that just yet. So we'll go to the Highway Junction Grace. And just run back. And she should be there. And then she'll teleport again. And then we're going to kill the Apostle, which we should deal with very quickly because he's weak to slash and bleed. Things that we have. You see the Bingus games today? Yeah, I did. They're pretty funny. None of them are close, really. But here she is. Here, we're gonna give her the arm. Okay, and then she teleports to the Windmill Village, which we can run there later. We can go kill the Demi-Human Queen over here, which gives us the Ritual Sword Talisman. Since we're here, I guess. We're just gonna go run up this wall. This is not like the intended way to do it. You can actually go run from the ALTUS Plateau Grace, the main one, when you entered from the... This way is basically just as easy. We could have came from this grace and just ran across this way. Yeah. Gillica didn't stand a chance. I think boss, you switch back. I always forget. Now we can run this way and take the teleporter, then go to the Windmill Village, but we can actually run through from here instead. Because there actually is a gold seed along the way. Yeah, the games are pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Actually, we'll kill these guys because I like to snipe you along the way. I'm not sure if it's this one in particular. That's annoying, but... there's like another sacred tier down there as well. They could probably go grab it after this. Actually, there's still one more. Which one did I miss? Oh, it's over there, that side. God damn. I haven't done a Blade Samurai in so long. Used to do Dragon Rot when it was viable. The tech issues have been so unfortunate, yeah. Been kind of rough. Okay, more buff routine stuff. I actually can walk around this guy. This way. It doesn't actually aggro. Can you just crouch and... Sure. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, you want to get dodge anyway. Sure. Goodbye. On my last guide video, somebody complained and like started cursing me out and stuff in the video and be like, you didn't tell me that this is gonna teleport away when you rest again. But yeah, don't talk to her and then rest and then go to fight her because she teleports to the mountaintops. So kill her here. Don't talk to her, then rest. So if you want to get rest to get your health back and something. But she teleports to the mountaintops. Even if you do, you can go get it again. She just goes to the mountaintops. It's not a big deal. But yeah, unfortunately, to grab this talisman, which is one of the best talismans in the game, you just got to kill her after you give her the prosthesis. So yeah, don't blame me. Blame Michael Zaki. But yeah, Millicent's prosthesis is just like the winged sword insignia. You just get more damage when you with successive attacks, and these things stack together. There is like another version of the sword insignia when you finish her questline, which is all the way in the Halig tree. But that doesn't actually stack with the regular sword insignia, which Millicent's prosthesis does. So if you end up going to New Game Plus, you can finish her questline and then get the winged, the other sword insignia, the Rotten's winged sword insignia, which is just the same thing as this, but just a bit more damage. And that can stack with Millicent's, so... But yeah, when it comes to like a regular New Game playthrough, this is the best way to do it. Just get in regular sword insignia and Millicent's and stack them bad boys together. You can get Ritual Sword, more damage at max HP. If you're not comfortable saying at max health, then just rock the Turtle Talisman for the more stamina recov. Get some more health. And also, there is the Lord of Blood Exaltation Talisman. Which, that's cool too. We can go get the White Mask at some point. If we wanted to go that route. We're gonna just go do Vari's questline, but it's fine. It's only 10% damage and it looks like shit anyway, so... Or 10% damage after a bleed proc. But we can go do it when you go do Mogwit's Palace and go to the DLC. Okay, I realized that I forgot that I picked up Smithing 5s in the Celia Tunnel and I didn't even use them. I didn't even use them. I could actually have a higher upgraded weapon right now. Whatever. If I had like the perfect amount of minds to cast all three of those things. 13 mind was definitely the correct play. What are you guys doing? Oh, okay. Cool. Saying his shield side is much more easy to manage. Because he starts doing a lot of those attacks. Boom, We're gonna tank this. We're not gonna die if he hits us here. GG. You know, we'll go run through and go pick up this golden seed over here. Or sacred tier. But yeah, we could have had a higher upgraded weapon. I'm not sure if Unsheath would have been better there. Like, the Draconic Tree Sentinel only has 80 poise. It would only take 3, like, Unsheath heavy attacks to stance break him. So you could just keep spamming Unsheath the entire time. That might honestly be better. So if you're struggling using double slash, you could just still do Blood Flame Blade Unsheath. That could do pretty well. Don't know. Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's my favorite, though. There's not really any of them that, like, really stand out to me that much. There are some bosses here, but none of which are really going to give us anything of value. We're just here to get a +9 flask. Having a +9 flask at this point is pretty crazy. Yeah, 11 flasks at +9. Another sacred tier. Let's go run to the capital. First of all, let's just go level up. Forgot about that. Go to 30 of that. We still don't really need to spec into Dexterity right now. I like Endurance here. 30 is a healthy spot to be at. I guess a lot of people are just used to watching bingo as like high stakes, high pressure. Everyone's stressing out. Envoy's Horn, by the way. No way. Crazy. Crazy work. I was gonna go run and jump off here. Quickest way down. There's like 1,000 ways to get down here. Even if you fall to the ground there, you can still just run across. But I like to jump across these rooftops to get this stone sword key, but it's not necessary though. If you miss it, it's not a big deal. Just run down here in this road. We'll go get the Grace first. So if somehow you end up dying, the checkpoint is right here. I'm gonna go rest to de-aggro him. It's just an Urge Revitar, it's not gonna be that bad. I forgot to golden belt, but whatever. So I can golden belt now to remove my weapon buff. He was about a stance break, that's so sad. Cool. So yeah, he only gives you like what? 10,000, but that Lord's Rune is 50,000, so we can pop that. And level up some more if you want to. Just in case I'm like more leveled than the people watching this guide. Okay, we're gonna drop down here. Because this is going to be Thunderbolt Ash of War, which is another projectile attack. And it gives you the lightning infusion too. I'm not sure if I'll use it though. But since we're down here, might as well go down to the sewers, because we're gonna have to go down to the sewers to get the Lord of Blood's Exaltation Talisman, which gives us more damage when our proc bleed on a nearby enemy. Do I want to go get Lord of Blood Exaltation now or not? Going down here is kind of a pain in the ass. And killing the boss is kind of a pain in the ass, but we can do it though. Because we have double slash. It's not going to be that bad. But if at any point you're having troubles, you could always come back later. Could jump there, then jump here. Also, we can get a MOHG shackle since we're here too. Have to go run around this guy, it doesn't matter. Bait him that way. Okay, he went that way. Cool. Smithing 7s. If he dies, not a big deal, just run back again. It's pretty chill to come back down to this dungeon. Just gonna drop down twice. Okay. Didn't actually need that Scarab, by the way, that had that Somber Stone, because we're not using any Somber weapon this playthrough. Okay, now this is kind of somewhat complicated to navigate. But we're gonna go down, then we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna go right, then we're gonna go straight, then we're gonna go right, then we're gonna go down, then we're gonna go right again. Pretty simple. Basically, the way to look at it is, you can just block this, by the way. You can't get hit twice, so... When you see the fire one, you just skip the fire one. So when you see the column totem thingy that's spraying out fire, just turn. Then you run and jump down, and then you go up. So there's going to be a down, and there's going to be an up. You drop down and go up. And then you turn again, and this time there's going to be a column facing down, and that's the one that you have to go up. So this time we're not going to turn right like we did last time. We're just going to go up this thing. So you're going to just jump into it, and it should go up by itself. If you didn't, you can just hit it again if you missed it somehow. Absolute worst. Here we go, jump down here, and then we're basically at the level. So it's not that bad once you know what you're doing. It's not that bad. And this puts us back at the beginning again, so we're gonna just run straight ahead. On the flat surface, and we're right here. Worked out fine. You can actually use Stormblade as well if you want to pick off the dogs with a Stormblade. Wouldn't it be the worst strategy of all time? Okay, Lord of Blood Excitation. We can put that on instead of Ritual Sword. We're gonna get another Talisman Pouch coming up soon anyway. It's boss because, yeah, Lord of Blood only works when you actually proc Bleed, which, yeah. Gonna go into more Endurance. Having 20 Endurance is just nice. Endurance is a great stat. We're not gonna go too high, probably like 25 Endurance max, but yeah. But with a non-hyper armor weapon, having like something like 51 poise or 61 poise could be pretty cool. But just wear whatever you think is drippy. We can get a Bleed proc. We can get a Bleed proc. Okay, we're not gonna get a Bleed proc apparently. How fucking... the hell this guy's Bleed resist, man? Jeez. Didn't need to kill him, but you can just run straight through and just hit up the Grace. That's probably the better play. I'm just gonna pick up this Golden Seed and then do it. Normally I don't like picking up this Golden Seed because it aggroes this Gargoyle and he starts being aggressive and stuff, and fuck fighting this guy. But we're gonna pick it up and just jump off the cliff here. If that happens, not a big deal. Fucked up the dog. I knew I was gonna do the roar attack. That's funny. But we're going up here to grab the Wet Blade, so we can make a Lightning Infusion. Because Lightning also scales with Dexterity, and it's gonna give you more AR. But typically, you wouldn't really care to do that. You'd rather just have the pure physical damage, which obviously in this case we want to have it because it helps us. Because you can still buff the weapon. You can't buff a Lightning Infusion. But this is gonna be for the Misrecord. There's nothing else that we need here. But we're gonna make this Stormblade Lightning Infused. So the Stormblade's not gonna hit as hard, but what is gonna hit hard is going to be our critical attacks. Ritual Sword here over the Lord of Blood Exaltation Talisman. Our last Talisman is probably gonna end up being something like the Shard of Alexander once we end up getting it. But depending on the build, like sometimes you want to go Unsheath instead. Maybe you want to value more critical hit stuff. So you might have like the Dagger Talisman, which we could probably get the Dagger Talisman at some point. I'd probably rather have the Blade of Mercy though, honestly. I think the Dagger Talisman is as necessary. But I want to be able to buff beforehand. Tier. We don't need to use Blood Flame Blade because this guy's immune to bleed. And we're going to be switching to the Lightning Mystery Chord when we get a stance break anyway. I'm not going to do rankings on Convergence stuff, no. You stand here, you can just basically strafe to the right. Unfortunately, we just had a slightly longer animation. So you get a stance break there. Switch to the Mystery Chord. And then big boy crit damage. Oh, yeah. Very nice. There's our last Talisman pouch. Chat, what do you think is the most overpowered spell school in the Convergence mod? I had plenty of success with the Rot one as well. That was also pretty good. But our damage is so solid that it doesn't even matter. I feel like I'd rather go into Vigor right now. Just for like the guide purpose. Because like our damage is still really good. And we have the Dexterity too. To help us with boss fights. You can actually do a Lightning Mystery Chord with Golden Vow. So you actually don't need to have Golden Vow and another dagger. You can do Lightning Golden Vow. But we're still going to have Stormblade. Just for the sake of having a projectile attack. It's just always nice. Which I haven't really used at all. But like... Good old strafe tech, and just fuck him up and melt him. Get out of that. Oh, good RNG? Oh, never mind. Back into it. Hey, Kimito, why not? Ah. So you level up your health so you can make stupid plays like that. That's an instance where a projectile attack comes in handy when you want to pick up an enemy that's fucking being annoying. 40 Vigor though. Perfect for the Mountaintops. Before Fire Giant, so we don't actually get one-shot by the boss. Really cool. But now we're going to go to the Avenue Balcony and just run to the Mountaintops. And then we can go buy some smithing stones. Good thing I actually left this Lord's Rune, because I got to pop that to go buy some materials now, so I can actually upgrade all my weapons that are going to give me lots of runes that I'm just missing and skipping. And also I'm not popping any of my remembrances too, which I could just use those to buy materials. If not, we actually might have to go get Beast's Raw. Yes? Okay, cool. After the next couple of bosses, so that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, you can put Golden Vow on the Spitscript Dagger. Go away. Can you not use Torrent in this bridge? No, you can't, no. It's stupid. There's a Slumber 7 in there, but I don't know, we don't need Slumber Stones. I think I used to speak faster as well. I think I've like slowed down a little bit. Yura is here. Chat, if we kill him right now, we get his armor set. Do we miss out on anything else? Nothing that matters. I think I think he dies anyway once you go do the frenzied flame stuff, right? But we're gonna kill him now so we can get the armor set. Dedge. Oh yeah, now we are drippy, chat. Hell yeah. Now we dripping. Let's go and stab. How are you, man? Hope you're doing good. Okay, now we're gonna go down here to get the bell bearings for the smithing stones. I would do it now, but there's like smithing 7s like up ahead. So we're gonna do it together. All at once. Just gonna head back out. There are so many Zamornites in this area. It's crazy. I think Millicent typically spawns here as well. So if you ended up accidentally resting after you talked to her, I think she's gonna be right here. I believe. And I think you can just kill her here too to just get the Millicent's prosthesis. So we're only gonna lose out on like a couple of bosses. New stream concept? No. I have done one of these before. But we're just doing this for a video. Just a build guide. Now, time to get these, smithing whatever is in here, I guess. I forget. I hate doing this because this golem always, like, despawns, but we'll figure it out. Okay, we're just gonna have this guy run this way. We can't run too far away, otherwise he's gonna, like, instantly run backwards. So we're gonna, like, bait him out. Oh, is today the day? He destroyed it! No way, we get smithing 7s. Huge. It's, like, so not worth it, but, like, you know. You can get a bit more upgraded for the fiery giant fight. Huge. But we would definitely want to get the Thorny tier and gain access to Mogwin's Palace, which we can go get the white mask as well, which I'm not going to equip, but I'm going to get it. But the white mask is ugly. I literally have a mini-map right there and I'm still getting lost. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, piercing damage is great. Should I play Elden Ring again after like 3 years? Sure. Do a bit of trolling, getting deflecting hard tier real quick. I forgot to pick up the map. Once again, another forgetting to pick up the map moment by your boy. We're just going to upgrade, because we're just going to be using a Nagakiba for the next few bosses, I want to say. Okay, so we have a plus 14, so we need 3 of these. 12 of those. 12 more of those. Actually, 12 more of those too. And then we're gonna go pop another rune. Oh, we're broke. Never mind. After the next boss, I guess. That we can go ahead and pick up. Now we're gonna sell some of these. Just so I can upgrade my weapon. We're just gonna go all the way here. Oh, wow. Plus 21. Nice. Okay, plus 19 uchigatana, plus 15 Miracle. We can go upgrade those things after Godskin Duo. Okay, so now we can... Should we just go kill Vike? Just for some money. That split damage doesn't get damage down like it does on Bloodborne and earlier because of the defense instead of the resistance on bosses. Yeah. Still a little bit, you know... of the lingering effect. Fortunately, the first swing doesn't actually stagger. Stop that. He gets to heal. This guy's dangerous. Completely optional to kill this guy, which honestly is a piece of shit, so. You know what I forgot to pick up, chat? The Crimson Sea Talisman. Which we haven't really had the need to go get it right now. It's probably something that you can get later on because we have not much health. Like once you get to about 60 vigor, then you can probably start thinking about the Crimson Sea Talisman. It's not really that important to get this early on. Then again, I have the Millicent's Prosthesis, which is 5. And then with the Dexterity, I have 40. So we can go to 25 and basically stay there for a little bit. Then probably start speccing into more health after this. Is the south one that has the healing? The HP and the north one the FP? Crimson is south, okay. So you would have to kill ADM to get down there. Not really, you don't have to, but like, you know. It'd make things quicker, but we don't have to, I guess. That's like you're referring to places like Haligtree and Consecrated Snowfield to be past that point. Which, speaking of which, we might do that after Godskin Duo. Go to the Consecrated Snowfield, because we need to get the Thorny tier. I find the last 3 fights a snooze. Like, Gideon I can get. But, like, Godfrey and, like, Radabeast are a snooze? Huh. How is the Tarnished Edition different? I mean, the Tarnished Edition is basically just something to advertise the Switch 2 version of the game. I might as well kill Homeboy here, has Rivers of Blood, but we have the better Rivers of Blood, which is double slash on a Nagakiba, so. This is gonna add a couple more starting classes and some torrent skins, and that's about it. Look at that little chip damage that Rivers of Blood does compared to this big boy. Bam! Better. Go kill Fire Giant now. I keep forgetting to pick up the maps. I walk past all of them all the time. You have the map. Okay, we are here now. We can run around. Or we can do a nice little jump up here. And a jump up here. And a jump up here. Which, yeah, well, we could just run around. Or you could just go enter from that side as well. It doesn't matter. However you want to enter the Fiery Giant fight, up to you. We actually are going to take up the Lord of Blood Exaltation, because what this actually does do is give you more damage and you proc bleed on a nearby enemy. But the thing is, when it comes to like larger bosses and stuff, for some reason it just doesn't work. It's like that they're so like high up or something, and like they're just far away. It's just, the game considers them to be far away, that it doesn't actually proc this. And I just don't know why exactly, but it just doesn't work. So we don't need that one for this fight. We'll bring it on for the next fight. So we'll go put on the green turtle talisman instead. Cool. You actually can do Alexander's quest line, and you can summon Alexander for this fight if you want to, but it's fine. We can do his quest line afterwards to get the shot of Alexander. Plastic kind of works that way too. This doesn't work at some points. We try to see is like, where's my damage boost? Doesn't work. I know against like larger boss fights, it's kind of weird how it works. I don't know what it is exactly, but cool. Oh, perfect stance break. Get some nice headshots going off. Perfect. This guy's a gold pickled Foulfoot. This guy gives you a decent amount of money. Here's a decent amount. And Dexterity is fine here because you have Millicents and Dex tier. But then again, I'm going to take it off for the Thorny tier, so that'll be after Godskin Duo though. But I need to save my money from the Godskin Duo to actually buy the Smithing Stones. Our damage is going to be so fun against Godskin Duo. It's not even a big deal. Probably the Opaline hard tier as well, just to have some like more survivability based stuff for the build, so people can actually like, you know, route towards those things, because like they're really good. Lowers your focus, which is your sleep and madness. But yeah, you could rock that for just more 3 more dexterity. It just looks kind of silly. How much damage we're doing against this guy? I just whiffed twice in a row. I just whiffed 3 times in a row. Okay. Apparently he has an invisible foot. Pretty sick. But if that guy does drop a Dragon Stone, which I would like to get one of those. I'd like to get a few of those, actually. Which we can get one here off the other ancient dragon. This is going to progress through this place. Is going to speedrun it. Nothing really here that we need. We're not doing the bird skip, no. There's going to be a guide. And either way, we have to get the the dragon stone along the way. I want to kill the dragon. God damn, that guy's head just went flying. Yeah, restoring Great Runes are just annoyingly slow. Then also you die one time, you have to get more Runox, and you know, the game just doesn't give you Runox for killing bosses for some reason. You got a haircut. Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. By the way, chat, strats if you don't know, but you can actually go get the Grace closer towards the Godskin Duo without having to aggro them by just running straight to the arena and hugging right. So you jump off the cliff, or the balcony. Turn right. And then you can get this grace. So the run back is way quicker. Pro tip. We have to bait them out though. Split them up as well. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Just let me heal. It doesn't matter. And I'm missing simple attacks. Let's go Blood Flame Blade again. Drink this. It's been a scuffed fight, but like we're just spamming our way through it. Our projectile. GG. What's the lore in these guys being here? I have no idea. I didn't even have to try, just kept fucking up. Honestly, you could use Stormblade as well, like, because against these guys, you're gonna stand behind the pillars and just spam Stormblade, and it can kind of work out for the most part. So we need 9 of those. That's plus 15, that's plus 19. So even so with the Gold Scarab Talisman and every bit, we just had enough. Might have to just go do some more farming for some people. Or just kill another random boss. Let's go back and kill. Let's go do Alexander's questline and go back and you just speak to him here at at the Radahn's arena. You speak to him in Mount Gelmir and then just kill him and FARUM Azula. That's it. Like everything else that he has is just optional. We'll come back with Shadow of Alexander and fuck him up better that way. Did you ever expect it to become this big of a creator? How did your journey get here feel? I don't know. It was just like it's a natural progression, right? So like this didn't happen like overnight. I know that's like I made the Elden Ring videos when the game first came out because like I just wanted to talk about the game because I had lots of knowledge in it and I had no one to talk to about it. So a bunch of different things. I like Dane's chest piece a lot. That one's pretty cool. I like the Nox armor. Nox armor is pretty cool, mainly the chest piece too. My favorite helmet in this game, probably weird, but I like the Halig Tree Soldier Cap. It's like the bucket hat, but it has like the cool like chain around it. It's just, I don't know, it's just cute. I like it. I like that one. What should I do against this guy? Should I just double slash? You know, I think Unsheath would be better here because you can stance break him and get a bunch of headshots off. Nice blade proc. We just unsheath spam. And my buddy pal should be sitting right here. We actually just speak to him here. You actually have to be in the lava. You can just talk to him up here. Get a sick helmet, the jaw. Lit. Now we're just gonna go do Alexander. By do him, I mean we're gonna kill him and get the talisman. Do his quest line. Is what I am getting at. That way you going back and forth between like unsheath and double slash. Like double slash for the DPS. Unsheath for the stance damage. And the tap R2s that the Nagakiba has is also just really good for dealing with enemies like knights. Does pretty well. Well, there's a charged heavy attacks in general. I would do Alexander. Piercing damage glaze. Yes. And we get another Lord's Rune out of this. Huge. And we get a golden seed too. Huge. We need one more sacred tea. Which one am I missing? I didn't pick up the one next to Vike, so we actually can go back and do that. We might as well make it be like a walkthrough or get every single sacred tea. I didn't pick up the one next to Vike. Okay, make sure before you start whacking on him, he actually aggroes towards you. Because if you kill him right now, he actually just drops the warrior's jar shard. You have to kill him when he's aggroed towards you and exhaust his dialogue. Honestly, this attack. I'm so sad we didn't get that as an Ash of War. That'd have been so sick. The crouching unsheath strats. Poor guy. Ha 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 ha. Explode all over me. We got his innards. And the Shard of Alexander. Cool. Okay. Amazing. Now let's go back to kill Borealis. The lightning infusion afterwards so we can get more damage with the critical hits. Yeah, he's 80% resist to slash damage and piercing damage, but we have Stormblade, so... Stormblade is a part of this build, which does standard damage, so we're going to be absolutely chunking at his head. Absolutely chunking. Look at that. 1,000 damage per pop. Pretty healthy damage. Oh, I got stands broken as well. Unlucky. Gold Scarab. Give me my money. That's what the Stormblade is for. More damage type coverage in his projectile attacks. You should just have a projectile attack with every single build that you have. It's just a necessity IMO. I think at this point, start picking up some damage negation stuff. Yeah. Survivability is always great. We spec into a lot of health, but at this point, there's things that is going to be hitting super duper fucking hard. Doesn't even matter. This Grace would be faster. Yes. It's not really as a samurai build. It's more just like a katana build. But Spectral Lance is kind of more of for an arcane build. Which when you're doing... What's up here? Oh, there's actually a Dragostone here? Well, complete incidental. But, that's nice to know. The tap art too works all the time. I've got a Beastman's Cleaver. I'm getting so many, like, rare drop weapons. Well, we can just fall down here. This puts us back to where... Anyway. Here to go grab this Dragon Crest Shield Talisman +2. Which is pretty handy for some damage negation. That's one survivability talisman at any single point if you feel like you're dying too quickly. Just take off something. I mean, I think in terms of order of importance of things that I would leave on, Shard of Alexander and Millicent's Prosthesis would be the ones that I leave on. Lord of Blood is probably, and Winged Sword Insignia are probably the two that I would replace if you wanted to go damage negation, which having Dragon Crest and having the Crimson Seed Talisman would be pretty good, which I can go pick up that right now as well. Which I probably should have picked that up on the way to getting the Sacred Tier in that church. We need a Stone Sword Key. I don't have one. Good thing I remembered. I'll buy this and buy that too and buy that. We might as well go fight it anyway since we're here. I don't think he drops the armor set when you kill him straight away. You just get the Nagakiba. I think you can only get the armor set by having it be off Shiburi. We're not gonna do this dungeon, we're just gonna go grab the Crimson Seed Talisman. Armor set's in the consecrated snowfield at the puzzle area. It's in the consecrated snowfield though. But speaking of consecrated snowfield, we're gonna be going there now. We're gonna go back to a lightning infusion on this. Before I forget. And I would love to do the Nyal skip, but for the purpose of the guide, we're not gonna. It's gonna go run all the way down, then run across. Also, if you feel like you're taking more damage. There's some shinies on the ground here along the way. We can go pick up. Don't touch me, skeleton. W HP slop. You know what? Sure, fuck it. Let's just go kill this guy. We're here. Uchigatana. Gonna do some good old unsheathing. I whiffed. I whiffed again. I should be able to get a stance break soon if it just lets me. I'm gonna get a light attack off here. I'm gonna wait for him to do the attack. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, that sucks tremendously. Oh, that sucks so much. That's fine. I have no more FP? How did this happen? Probably should give myself one more FP flask. I'm also looking forward to just getting a couple of this fat unsheaths on his head and switching to the misrecord for the crit. Oh, that would have been so sick. And more mind. I didn't actually reload the flask somehow. I have tried Convergence, yeah. Played Convergence a handful of times. Just did a playthrough recently too. And I have played some of the Night Rain mods. By some, I think I may only mean like the one. Just the MMV mod, really. Let's put my Nagakiba back on. Hey! Play it again at some point. We're gonna get like the Thorny tier right before Malekith, and I'm probably gonna be using Unsheath anyway. Charged heavy attack, sure. I'll just go tap it then. Oh my god. That's so disgusting. That's my own fault. Well, as I can show now how to get back to the boss from here. All a part of my plan. First death? I think so. Actually, no, I died to Borealis once to some bullshit, yeah. The backstab with the misrecord. Oh, look at that damage. Go to the Blood Flame Blade just to get the crit. Doesn't matter, because look at that fucking damage. GG. Go to the Consecrated Snowfield. So I picked to the left side of the LIURNIA map. More dexterity, more damage. Have I played the last Guardian? I have not played the last Guardian, no. Doesn't seem like my type of game, but it looks pretty cute though. Pretty good Ashen War, basically for like 2 bosses. Is it cold in Australia? We still currently are in winter. Nothing else that we need here. Just gonna go hit up this bad boy. Appreciate that. Okay. Now we have both halves of the secret medallion. We go back to the grand lift of road. We go right on the D-pad or left, and we hoist the secret medallion. So we're here for the Thorny tier. Might not do Morgan's Palace right now. But we could though. We could just go to Morgan's Palace because there's a bunch of smithing stones along the way. Not smithing stones. A bunch of golden runes along the way. There is smithing stones too, but we don't need any more. Basically, we just head north. And avoid the cliff. Elden Ring still plays on the PS4, you know? I'd rather them make a brand new, innovative, next-gen game at this point. But at least they're doing some stuff with the IP. Like Night Rain in the movie and stuff. And how do you have the map on the top right? It's a mod. I'm just having it there so it's easier for the guide for people to understand. But you can just go type in the mini-map mod. There's the Grace. Okay, we can go to MOHG afterwards. There's another golden seed over here. So we can go pick up. And obviously the map. Actually, we'll get the golden seed afterwards on the way to Morgan's Palace. I still need to get the last sacred tier too. We'll go get the after we get the thorny tier. Before I forget. There's no other talismans that I need, right? Not really. I can't think of anything. My only other talismans that are good that I could get would be in the DLC. Like Blade of Mercy, 2-headed total talisman, Crimson Seed +1. Okay. We're gonna go to the Unsheath Gaming because we're fighting a boss that's immune to bleed. Golden Valve, Flame grants me strength. Blue Juice. We could use Blood Flame Blade because I get a little bit of fire damage and is weaker to fire, but we're gonna get a stance break and switch to the Misericord. Like right now. To get the big boy crit. This guy gives you a lot of money as well, so make sure to switch to the gold scarab. Cappy, thank you for the follow. Thorny tier. Okay, let's go grab the last sacred tier that I always forget about. To the village where Vike is also. And we can go upgrade our other 2 weapons. Don't need this Grace. Can kill that Erdtree avatar that's right there as well. You can just like drop down and just go kill the Erdtree avatar. That one gives you all the elemental tiers. Well, the rest of them at least. The magic, holy, and lightning one. But I don't need any of those. We're just going to be doing physical damage. You have lightning infused on the dagger, but it's not worth Not worth actually using as a crystal tier over the thorny tier or the green burst. Doing bandits, curved sword scavengers. Now seeing if I'm missing anything. Just in general bleed stuff. Oh, really? It's just multi-hit talismans and Lord of Blood is the main thing. I'm using Shard of Alexander as well because we're using skills here. Actually, yeah. Because we're going to take off the Dexterity tier right now. For the Thorny tier. Actually, what I will do. We're going to go get the Opaline tier. We're not going to use it, but just in case you want more damage negation, the Opaline hard tier is the best damage negation tier. Well, it's like one of two damage negation tiers. The other one just the bubble, which is not as good. Probably just as good if I to switch back to that and actually use my buffs. Forgot to buff. Do I eat Vegemite? Yes. It's like the third putrid avatar. Big boy damage. How do you switch talismans? Use the D-pad so quickly? I don't know, it's just fast, I guess. Down this way, we can actually level up again. More dexterity, more damage. Thumb game immaculate. That's what I'm known for. They'd be like, you always that guy that has the good thumb game. Honestly, we just need like one bleed proc, then we win, so just go double slash spam, get one bleed proc. Actually, he's about to die anyway. Didn't need to kill him because it just gives you a somber. Actually, this is a dragon stone, never mind, yeah. This one's a somber. But that dragon's like basically one shot, just hit him a few times. For the dragon stone. Thoughts on the Rakshasa's great katana? I think it's a very solid weapon. Just a solid overall weapon. I don't think it's broken. I think it's just good. Malekith only has an 80 poise, and it'll take 3 unsheaths to get a critical attack. Or to get a stance break. So although we're not going to get like amazing DPS, Malekith doesn't give you like longer openings anyway. Can you even crouch walk past here? I don't think so. No. We'll just quit out. Good RNG. Stance break, please. That's gonna be second phase. Bam, big boy damage. I'm over here, buddy. Gives me time to use this. Lovely. Give me a stance break. That missed somehow. That's crazy. The fuck is this guy's hitboxes, man? I was gonna stance break him too. I missed again? If I had Nagakiba, this wouldn't have happened, chat. Plus 25 and plus 25. Leyndell, capital of Ash. Should Flame Gummy Strength last? Because like Flame Gummy Strength lasts the least amount of time. I should Flame Gummy Strength like when I'm behind him.
What a sad state of affairs.
Don't heal. Why is he using Rivers of Blood and Night Rain? Okay, 50 figure, good enough. Tap R2s are going to be good against this guy because he is weaker to the piercing damage. I thought I could greed one more light attack and I couldn't. Strafe that bad boy. Thought as much. Get some more vigor for the peeps. Go from this way because you can get the golden seed along the way. Why didn't you just do that? It's easy. I like stroking. Apparently a stroke's concert is cooler than the Yui stream. Lady Gaga. Iron Maiden. Nickelback. He just stopped. It's too hard to pick favorites. That guy has a pretty nice drip. I could use him for his armor set as well. Intelligence is pretty broken though. Okay, Blood Tax is unironically one of the best ashes in the game, and that is honestly not a bad skill to use for this weapon, like at all. Like probably the next best thing when it comes to a spamming skill that can fuck up some things. Would in fact be Blood Tax next to Double Slash. Because Blood Tax can heal you as well as give you really good bleed build up and stun lock potential, so. I would recommend using it. Elden Ring Shock Color Run when? Tomorrow. Blood Tax does use more FP as well, yeah. I think it's like twice as much as well. Why not heavy if I'm two-handing? I'm not two-handing though. I'm turning to run because it has the blocking frames. Or it has the blocking ability. Listen to Lucky? No. We actually don't need this, but everything's so fine. We are going around here because this is actually a nice way to get everything. There's a golden rune here, and I fell down like an idiot. And we're gonna run back again. What I said. Golden seed. Can grab this. Grab this rune as well. Now this is a bit weird and finicky. You can die by doing this, but not that bad. Now this is kind of annoying to run through, but if I just follow this path, you shouldn't aggro anything unless I forgot what the fuck to do. Basically, you just run around, and this very far NPC invader, because yeah, if you run straight to the middle, there's going to be other NPC invaders that spawn in that you don't want to kill. Because I didn't give you the white mask. I'm not going to respec to Arcane, this is going to be a Dexterity build. Just keeping it simple. And the only reason I want to go to Arcane is if I'm going to be using Bloodblade or using spells, which I'm not going to. Double slash Bloodblade is better with a Dexterity build. But being that we picked up that golden seed over there, if you don't reload the game or die, you actually can get both golden seeds here. Because normally when you pick one up, the other one teleports away. However, if you don't reload the game, they're both going to be there. Pretty cool. Okay, we do actually have the purifying tier, and I didn't put it on. Save you a few FP floss, let you spam more. We do, however, have MOHG Shackle that we picked up. So we can use that. Might not get the one. We're gonna get the one cycle. Pretty easily. Oh, I don't have a gold pickled foulfoot. Oh, fuck. Wish I picked up a gold pickled foulfoot beforehand. But yeah, if you just care about just using a weapon, like just Dexterity Blood Flame Blade is pretty great. So it's good for that too. But obviously if you switch off your Blood Flame Blade, then you can't get it back again. Okay, so we're going to be getting a few things here in the DLC. Like, the build is basically completed. Nah, it's not really completed. There's some things I want to go get. Some things that I want to go get. Smith Script Dagger is one of them. Blade of Mercy. We can get Crimson Seed +1 as well, because it's a good talisman to get. And that's about it, really. Maybe we can get a two-headed turtle talisman, if people like running that. But there's so many talismans to use with this build that it's not really necessary. We're just going to be picking up some skibbity fragments since we're here. It's like something, you know, like the main reason why we have Stormblade is because we can put it on a misrecord. So when we have Unsheath build, we can get the stance breaks and get the critical attack. So we just chuck it on the misrecord. But like Stormblade is a cheap, nice projectile. Like you just use it going through legacy dungeons. I mean, Beast Roar would be better, I think. But Beast Roar is a bit more expensive. Because like Beast Roar goes further. But Stormblade is better overall, I guess. But it's nice having a more of a sniping option. Okay, Blade of Mercy would be a nice replacement for when you're fighting bosses that are immune to bleed. You just switch off the Lord of Blood Excitation, use the Unsheath build, and use Blade of Mercy. Pretty good. Be like, hey, look, grab the Bolts of Grand Sex and upgrade that, and then keep it in your back pocket to switch between. Definitely be one of the better weapons to use Impaling Thrust on. It's nice and simple, yeah. Because, like, people that are going to be watching this video is mainly for, you know, beginners and stuff. Gotta keep them in mind. Yes. I'm pretty sure the Smith Script Dagger is in that forge over there. Which might as well clear out the forge and just get the smithing Dragonstone. Maybe, guys. Yeah, I don't mind finding people like Volana and Gaius. It's not that bad. Gaius is nice because it just gives you the scatter too. But I'd probably still kill a Golden Hippo and then just run back around. Where is the... Here. Is that a bird that has died to fall damage? Imagine being a bird and dying to fall damage. For like regular attacks, for critical hits, it's not bad at all. So you're actually better off just going with the thing that just has higher AR, which the split damage just does. But we're here to go pick up a Smith Script Dagger that I kind of forget the location of. Is it even in this place? Maybe it is. think it's right there. Smith script dagger has been acquired, chat. That is going to be our offhanding option. And we're going to put Stormblade on that as well. So that means we can just have the misrecord. We can get rid of the dagger. Anyway. I probably should have actually cleared out this dungeon first. That's backtracking, that's fine. So I think you gotta pull the level and then you pick up the thing that's there. So I should have done that first, yeah. Because you gotta pull this lever to lower that thing. Durr. Don't just jump off. There we are. Because, like, I can just get my Dragonstone, then I can upgrade the weapon with that. Oh, oh, oh. Plenty of money. Okay. 12 of those. 3 of those. 12 of those. I forgot to spec into 11 intelligence. I'm about to kill one boss. Go get that out the way. Nah. Not really the lore guy. Double / spam. We'll see. That was a bad attempt at a dodge. Never mind. We're kind of melting. Never mind, chat. Double slash is still good. Still that good. We'll go run around. We'll go run around. Get some more scatter before we fight Runlana. But we're finally going to go have the build be put together. Intelligence. Ashes of War. Stormblade, Keen Infusion, Misrecord, Golden Vow, Lightning Infusion. We no longer need this dagger. We put in the Smith script dagger instead, and then boom! This is the play, chat. So yeah, the Smith script dagger, the purpose of it is that it just helps you just do chip damage when enemies get a bit further away from you. You just hit them, stop them from generating their poise. That's gonna die. We didn't die. I could have just walked around, but I'm lazy. Also, my bingo brain had me do that as well. We're not going to do TLA skip for the guide. And it also does build up multi-hit talismans as well. So if I want to keep the damage uptime of my multi-hit talismans in the Thorny Cracks tier, this Smith script dagger can actually do that. Pretty good. I could make it bleed infused too. So you can actually also do more bleed build-up at a distance. But the thing is, the bleed build-up is so bad in the Smith script dagger when you have it bleed infused, and it makes your damage be awful. But more importantly, one thing I don't want to have happen is proc bleed at a distance, and therefore I don't get to benefit off the Lord of Blood excitation. So, like, I don't want that to happen. Because, like, the build-up is that bad anyway. It's not going to bother. I might get the Grace down here, because it is closer towards south if I want to go get the Crimson Seed Talisman. Like that's what makes them viable. The Smith Script's daggers. Is that you can just put on multi-hit talismans and you can get consistent damage for free at a distance. Fighting a boss that's immune to bleed and wanting to use Unsheath, we'll just switch to Blade of Mercy. Yeah. It's gonna circle around the back here, grab some more scatter to make a Rolana fight even better. Even easier. I don't know, I've never fought her. Oh. I see. Maybe we should fight her sometime. She's pretty cool. Do I really want to run around the backside for Rolana? On a guide. And skip the entirety of Castle Ansys. Gotta get Cameo anyway? That's true, although we're not gonna use it though. I don't think Cameo is really that good for Unsheath, but sure. We'll go run through here and grab this scatter and get the map at least, I guess. Actually, we'll go get this NPC killed first, get this scatter. Sword of Night and Flame and Moonveil, I think, are just better. I kind of want to have like another katana. I do have another uchigatana because we did start off with one and pick up another one. Just to have repeating thrusts so we can deal with NPCs. Chill out. Double slash is fine. Somebody said the regalia earlier, they mentioned it. I think the regalia of Ochad is pretty sick. Well, mainly arcane. And some like dragon spells was pretty cool. I forgot to pick up the okay, let's go rock through the middle of Castle Ansys because of the animation length and how fast these bosses are. But like the iframe skill stuff are all really good. Yeah, Miriam's vanishing is a... Yeah, they introduced that in the DLC too. I wonder if they're going to implement more into that. Where it's going to be better in terms of like bleed build up and DPS and stuff. But it's more for close range. Come here. I had no stamina. Yeah, the import rating is disgusting. Go for a charged heavy attack. Uh-oh. So I was hitting yellow damage with that right there. Smith Script dagger is not that bad. Anyway. So there's something there. That was only 40-something dexterity as well. Maybe we should use Unsheath instead to stop him from, you know... That's gonna hurt. That boss is so fucking ugly. Pretty much, yeah. Look at that, building up my multi-hit talismans. The stance damage is still staying there. Pretty fucking solid, chat. Should get a stance break soon. GG. Off in the back corner of the arena, because that's where Vol's running back there and I was like lazy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I do half the things that I do, you know? I rolled into it and was like, it's whatever. So let's go back from the curious about Yui's completion record. Sub 10 took me about 4 playthroughs. What's this for? That's not a stance break. This is a stance break though. Switch to the mystery chord this time. That's the damage I want to see. Unfortunately, that didn't actually... Whatever. Try to throw a dagger in midair. Whatever, game. Stance break. That was a better fight. This is good. Yeah, well, this is definitely gonna mess up Mesmer. That's what the Smith Script Dagger is for. Go. GG. I should be fine here. Come back. No, you can't really hit this thing with fucking projectiles. We're trying to do like the bow run that just sucked. Just trying to hit Ramino. That missed. That missed. Oh, big damage. Oh my god. Side. Don't you dare poach Mikla the Kind. Needle Knight Letter, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies. Thank you, Blood Flame Blade. You're the goat. Bro, Letter does like face tank shit, man. Fuck her up, Natan. Bam, bam. Can I get her? Okay, he's not doing that combo. Can I get a rolling attack off here? Yes, I can. Oh, okay, dude. Adam, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Is this continuously doing the combo? Should I get a stance break? Well, that doesn't help my cause, does it? I want stance break. Finally. That's what I'm talking about. And we skip it. Huge. Amazing. Well, I also beat PCR. Nobody said GG when I win. I'm kidding. Ideal's gonna happen. It's unfortunate. That hit him? That didn't kill him? Sure. Come on. Stance break, appreciate that. Huge. Smith script dagger for the win. Huge, chat, huge. And we did it. And that's the game with the Katana build. Yeah. That's pretty good. I would actually stop at 75 as well because I have Millicent's prosthesis. So actually, I'd probably just stay about this level. Maybe put one more point into mind. This is basically, this is the build. That's the build right there. Anyway, we're done.